This video will show you how to make your foldable for phase changes. A foldable is like an interactive set of notes, so instead of just having your notes written on a single piece of paper, it's more interactive. This one is going to end up looking like a book. So you will need 2 pieces of paper. In your science folder you should have 2 pieces of computer paper. If you don't have your science folder, really any 2 pieces of paper will work fine. So you need those. You need a pencil. I'm probably going to use my marker so that it will be easier for you to see what I'm writing, but I suggest that you use a pencil so that you can erase any mistakes. And then you also need a ruler and a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, it's fine. We can kind of make this without having to glue anything in. So I'd like you to take 1 piece of paper and set it aside, and the other piece of paper we're going to hold it landscape. So it's the long way, and we're going to take the left hand corner and fold it over, and this will kind of make like a book shape. Okay. And now we're going to rotate this so that the crease is at the top and the opening is down here towards me, or towards you, I guess. Don't forget, you can always pause the video in case you need to go back and re-watch a step, or just complete this step on its own. From this orientation, I'm going to turn it so that the crease is on the left and the opening is on the right. Now I'm going to take my ruler and line it up with the bottom edge here so it's really nice and straight, and I'm going to put my fingers on the edge. So I'm making about a 2 finger width space, making sure that that ruler is nice and straight, and I'm going to draw a line straight down. Then I'm going to turn this around so now the crease is on the right hand side, and I'm going to do that again. So lining up my ruler, 2 finger width gap here, and then drawing that line down. At the top here, I'm going to put my title, which is Phase Changes, and it's kind of in the center. Down here at the bottom, this is going to be an energy diagram, so I'm going to label this energy, and I think I'm going to complete the energy diagram now. Down here in the left hand corner, I'm going to write the words solid and low. Solids have low energy. Down here on the right, I'm going to put gas and high. That's because gases have a high amount of energy. In the middle, I'm going to write the word liquid, and they have a medium amount of energy, so they're kind of in the middle. And I'm just going to draw arrows to connect them. So as we go from a solid to a liquid to a gas, energy increases. Here in the center, we're going to draw a phase change diagram. At the top here, I'm going to draw a big cloud, and inside that cloud shape, I'm going to write the word gas. We're going to be drawing kind of a triangular diagram, so I'm just taking my pencil and doing some quick dotted lines to kind of give me the right shape, and then later on I'll erase those. For solid, I'm going to make a cube, so I've drawn a square and put another square kind of over the top of it, but it's just off center a little bit. And then I'm going to connect all these corners. Don't forget, you go back and re-watch that step. If that didn't make sense to you, you can just back up the video a little bit and re-watch it. So then I colored it in. On the other corner, this is for liquids, and I'm going to draw a raindrop, or you might perceive it as like a teardrop, and that represents liquid. Now I'm going to draw in arrows for each of the phase changes. And I have to rotate my paper a little bit so that I can write the words correctly, but I'll make sure that I bring the foldable back so that you can see those words. From solid to a gas, this is called sublimation. And from a gas to a solid, this is called deposition. From solid to liquid, this is melting. And then liquid to solid is freezing. From a liquid to a gas is called vaporization. And from a gas to a liquid is called condensation. Okay? So you can pause the video and write those down if you need to catch up. Then when you're all done filling in that diagram, we're going to get rid of that paper for a moment, and we're going to take the other paper. So this is landscape again, and I'm doing the same thing that I was doing at the start of the other page. So I'm taking the left hand side and folding it over like a book. And then I'm also going to take this bottom corner and fold it up. On this one, make sure that you really make those creases nice and crisp, because they're going to be a guide for us as we draw a line. So we have that nice line down the center. I'm going to take my ruler and trace that line so that it divides that page into two equal sections, section 1 and section 2. And then when I open up this paper, I'm going to draw another line all the way down. So I'm lining up my ruler again. And I'm going to draw this line down. I have to move my paper because my ruler is not long enough. And there we go. So now I have that line going down the middle, on the front, and on the inside. So here's the step that's a little tricky. You're going to now glue this second sheet into the booklet that you've made with the diagram. I have to reuse my foldable to show some other students how to assemble this foldable. So I'm actually not going to glue mine in, but I am going to use my marker to show you where I put the glue. So I take my glue stick and I put glue in a frame just on this side. So this was inside the booklet that we made with the phase changes diagram. And then I'm going to take the paper that I put the lines on, and I'm going to put that right inside and close it up and glue it down. That way when I open it, first I have my cover, and then I would have a page that I can turn, and this page here would be glued down. So now we've made a book. That's the whole foldable. If something went kind of awry and it didn't come out that way, I'm sure that we can figure something out together and still make it work for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll go on to the next video when I see you in class.